First at 4, terrifying moments. Shooting victims testify about being locked in a gas station with a man who had a gun, plus the judge's decision about a criminal charge against a former clerk. A new program in Southeast Michigan offers certain residents a basic income of $530 a month. Who is eligible and where does the money come from? And here's Kim.
Lots of haze from the wildfires that continue to burn in eastern Canada, so it looks like it's about to rain at any minute, but it is not. The drought continues here in Metro Detroit. I'll tell you when it is going to rain coming up.
It's been unseasonably dry in Michigan, and at this urban farm, they're running low on rainwater. How the community is stepping up.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, a jury will decide if a gas station clerk bears some responsibility for a shooting at terrified customers. The now former clerk, Al Hassan Ayash, is charged with involuntary manslaughter for the incident at the Mobil station over on McNichols. Prosecutors say he locked 3 customers inside the gas station with a would-be thief who threatened to start shooting if he wasn't let out. All of the customers were shot. One of them died. The survivors took the stand today, saying the shooter made his intentions clear that day.
The specific threat was that if you don't open that door, I'm going to kill everybody in here.
You say you're going to shoot everybody in here if you didn't lock the door.
Now, we're not identifying the witnesses as they've become victims of violent crime. The former clerk's defense team has argued he was trying to do his job in a store that's been robbed before, and he was panicked. The judge set an arraignment for June 20th. We are tracking the investigation into shots fired outside the Michigan Collegiate High School over in Warren. So far, no arrests have been made. The story was breaking yesterday, first at 4. Police say some students who were suspended came back to campus on Monday, and shots rang out as classes were dismissed. Right now, police say the suspect is not a student at Michigan Collegiate. Luckily, no one was injured. We'll keep you posted as we learn more. The city of Ann Arbor is launching a pilot program offering a guaranteed monthly income to certain residents of about $530 a month. The city is working with the University of Michigan's Poverty Solutions on a basic income program for low and moderate income entrepreneurs. The city is spending $1.6 million of American Rescue Plan funds. It's a pilot program that will run for 2 years. Tonight at 6, we're going to dive into more of the requirements and also get some reaction to this program. All right, let's take a look at your first forecast. It looks like another calm and comfortable evening ahead. Let's get the very latest from forewarned meteorologist Kim Adams. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Karen. Well, it looks like it's just about to rain at any moment. We've got a lot of overcast, at least what looks like overcast, but that's actually smoke in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Here's the scale. It goes from light to moderate to thick, and then the red is fire. So that's where it's coming from up in eastern Canada. These wildfires continue to bring smoke across much of the Midwest, including here in Metro Detroit, but it's improved. We were in the thick zone yesterday. Today, moderate. There's a little bit of wind today and some other things going on, but there's still that haze out there, and that will continue overnight tonight and tomorrow. 76 at City Airport, 72 in Mount Clemens, holding at 70 in Pontiac, and only in the upper 60s right now in Port Huron. Quite a difference from last week when we had temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. We will be slightly below normal again tomorrow with highs only topping out in the mid 70s. Lots of sunshine, but some haze as well. Winds out of the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We'll get to the 70s and 80s this weekend. Rain chances going up for the weekend, so there is an end in sight. In fact, we could get some measurable rain. I'll tell you which day, Saturday or Sunday, coming up in the forecast.
All right, thank you, Kim. The Republican race for president in 2024 continues to grow. NBC News is reporting another big name will make his official announcement tonight, and there has been a new development in the past hour. Kimberly Gill joins us to take a look at where things stand right now. Kim.
Hi, Karen. Good afternoon. Some of the candidates have instant name recognition, such as former President Donald Trump. Others, though, are still fighting to become household names. By our count, 7 men and 1 woman are officially in the race for the Republican nomination. Now, just in the past hour, former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie filed the paperwork to launch his bid for the Republican nomination. NBC has been reporting Christie will launch his campaign this evening during a town hall meeting in New Hampshire. It would be his second bid for the White House. You probably remember Christie was in 6th place back in 2016. Before he dropped out of the race. That was the year former President Donald Trump took the nomination and won the White House. The 2 men used to be allies, but Christie has become an increasingly vocal critic of the former president. Now, if you look on your screen there, you'll see a list of the other candidates, including former President Donald Trump and former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, the only woman in the race. Long shot contenders include conservative media personality Larry Elder and Michigan's own Perry Johnson. Johnson tried to run for governor here in 2022, but was kicked off the ballot over fake signatures on nominating petitions. He blamed a vendor for that. Plus, there's businessman Vivek Ramaswamy, South Carolina Senator Tim Scott, also Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, and former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson. Plus, don't forget about former Vice President Mike Pence. We told you yesterday he's already filed the paperwork to run and is expected to make his official announcement tomorrow in Iowa. So that's a lot of candidates looking to get your attention with more than 7 months before the first official votes will be cast. So Karen will have more on the 2024 race when you join us tonight on Local 4 News at 5. For now, we'll send it back to you.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you, Kim. Well, just days into Gay Pride Month, the Human Rights Campaign has declared a state of emergency for LGBTQ plus people in America. HRC is one of the biggest gay rights groups in the country. It says it's making the declaration because of an unprecedented and dangerous spike in discriminatory legislation across the country. HRC counts 70 anti-LGBTQ bills that were signed into law in 2023. Already more than double last year's total. The group is also releasing an Americans Fight Back guidebook to help people file complaints for violations of civil rights and to find employment in what it calls, quote, safer states. The emergency declaration is the first in HRC's 40 years of fighting for civil rights. Well, while many of us enjoy sunny days and pleasant evenings, the lack of rain is starting to take a toll on our lawns and our gardens. That lack of water is even more critical for urban farmers. Our Will Jones came across the story of one man who's getting a little help when he needs it the most.
At Green Boots Veteran Community Horticulture Gardens and Marketplace on Detroit's west side, they have two 275-gallon rainwater collection tanks. And as you can imagine, right now, they're running out of water.
I need y'all fellas to fill this boy up. Right here, use this one over here.
Travis Peters is the owner and operator of Green Boots Veteran Community Horticulture Gardens and Marketplace at Southfield and Davison. He was able to purchase the property in 2018 with the assistance of the Detroit Black Farmers Land Fund. He says Green Boots is a place of growth, helping community members become healthier, not only physically, but also mentally.
I decided to try to beautify the neighborhood and turn vacant parcels of land into a food oasis to provide fresh, high-quality access to organically grown fruits and vegetables.
Like many farmers, Peters has been keeping his eye to the sky, hoping for rain, with much disappointment. He bought these rainwater collection tanks in 2021 to help get the farm through dry spells. His tanks reflect how little rain we've had in southeast Michigan this spring.
This is a 275-gallon tank here. So the two combined, we have 550 gallons of water. Tank is pretty empty. There's not much water in here.
He says it's usually pretty full, but now only about 10 gallons remain. Neighbors have been helping fill the void of what Mother Nature hasn't been providing lately.
I have a lady, I call her the water girl. She comes up and she takes our gallon water jugs, takes them to her home, fills them up, brings them back.
Peter says he isn't ready to panic just yet with the lack of rain.
I haven't been harshly impacted yet. The crops are still in their vegetative state. Nothing has come to bloom yet, and that's where it'll be key. So right here, I'm able to sustain enough to keep the plants growing.
But he wonders for how long.
The things I have growing here are like 30-day, 40-day turnaround crops. Quick beets, carrots, radishes, and lettuces like that. So I will need the rain to keep that turnaround.
The marketplace just opened May 30th. It runs every Tuesday from 2 to 6 p.m. The marketplace will close for the season at the end of October. From Detroit's west side, Will Jones, Local 4.
All right, Will also tells us this project is about more than farming. Peters is a veteran himself, living with PTSD, anxiety, and depression. He says no matter the weather conditions, working at his garden always puts him in a better mood.